The next chapter is about to begin. Join us live every Tuesday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the American Contractor Show. Our mission is to bring you the latest tools, innovations, and knowledge to help you become the most informed contractor in your market. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and we are connecting you with the most knowledgeable minds in our industry. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. American Contractors, I hope you're ready. This one's for you.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? Lead meteorologist John Choquette here from home during this snowpocalypse for our daily hail forecast. There's a lot to talk about today, so we're going to jump right into it. Thanks to our sponsors, C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and RS Supplement and Pounds Claims. Being our sponsors, as always, check them out in the description below if you're watching us here on Facebook. And with that, we're going right into those weather headlines. Just a reminder, we have a virtual forecast event for 2021. The link's in the description below, regardless of what platform you're watching us on. So go check that out. It's a free event, partnered with Company Cam. And that's going to be on February 23rd. And we got a couple strong tornadoes possible today. Actually, some severe weather to talk about in the southeast. And it looks like severe weather is possible in the next couple of days, so we're going to break that down a little bit for you guys. Before we kind of get into that, though, I'm going to see if I can actually get this rolling here. We're going to talk about the crazy cold weather that has gripped the vast majority of the United States. Looks like we had my house here in Oklahoma City between about 7 and 9 inches of snow in Oklahoma City, and then there's other areas of the whole region too. I'm waiting to hear from Austin, Texas. They might have actually broken their all-time snowfall record of 6.5 inches. And if I can, let me go up over here. Just kill studio mode for a second. Can I do display capture? Yep, there we go. All right, so I'm going to show you guys just kind of what's going on right now. So it is 0 degrees here in Oklahoma City, and we're actually got below freezing all the way down to the Mexico border here in Texas. All of Texas is below freezing, which is unheard of. We shared this yesterday. Texas, for the first time ever, had a winter storm warning for the entire state, and is now turning into a very intense situation across a lot of the southern plains here, where it's so cold for so long now that the power grid is actually starting to be really strained. We got rolling blackouts across a good chunk of Texas. We got a notification here in Oklahoma. We might be in for that as well, as we are in some unbelievable cold air. Looks like our all-time wind chill record low here in Oklahoma City of negative 29 was tied this morning. It was in the negatives this morning. It is 9 degrees in Dallas, and now that cold air is pushing to the east, and now that is leading to severe weather threat in the only part of the country where it's warm, here in Florida and parts of the deep south like Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. It looks like there's a chance, especially in parts of Florida. We just had a tornado watch issued in the Florida Panhandle for some tornadoes, possibly strong this afternoon. We'll be here tracking that for you guys. We're going to jump right back into the forecast here to show you guys what we're expecting. Before that, upcoming events, just that reminder, go and register for the When All Hell Breaks Loose forecast event on February 23rd. Virtual event, completely free. Go check that out, description below. And with that, we do have some hail possible today. It's in line. We've had a lot of frozen precipitation across the United States the last 24 hours, more coming. And with that, with that, we have that chance for some hail. Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Charleston, all the way up to possibly Raleigh. Any of these storms that form this afternoon could have up to some quarter to $half size hail. Nothing much larger than that. However, the bigger story is the wind forecast. We have that moderate chance across from Tallahassee to Jacksonville, low chance for Orlando. That might be very late tonight, and even up towards Charleston very late tonight as well. The most imminent threat as of right now for the remainder of this afternoon is going to be in the Florida Panhandle by like Tallahassee, Panama, City Beach. All those areas could see upwards they could see winds upwards of 65 miles an hour, and also that chance for some tornadoes, possibly strong, like F2 tornadoes, something along the lines of that. So keep an eye on that. We'll be watching it, mapping anything that happens through this afternoon into this evening, and then going into Florida, the most of the Florida Peninsula, around the Orlando area. That's going to be late tonight, so probably after midnight, you're going to see those storms rolling through here. You can see that future radar that keeps... Why does it keep showing the other one? There we go. So showing those storms pushing through, turning into a line of storms in the evening hours, kind of fizzling out, and then in the overnight hours, continuing on into the Florida Peninsula as this big snowstorm is making that severe weather across the deep south in the very small area where there's any warm weather to speak of across the United States. That's a pattern that's going to continue here for the rest of this week. We're in a very active pattern right now where we have storm system after storm system moving through, but since it's February and we're seeing some record-setting cold, it's mostly snow for most of the country except for portions of Florida. No hail expected tomorrow, but the wind threat is there, and this is going to be primarily at the very beginning of our forecast period, so about 7 a.m. Through the morning. Could see some gusty winds with the line of storms moving through from about Palm Bay down to Miami and even into Key West. Looks like we could see some gusty winds upwards of 60 to 65 miles an hour with this line of storms moving through, and it's going to be chilly behind it, so that's going to kind of kill severe weather threat a little bit here for a minute. But thankfully, we have another big snowstorm moving through Oklahoma tomorrow afternoon into Wednesday, and that is going to subsequently cause more severe weather possible on Wednesday as we have a kind of the Gulf moisture sucking back up into the deep south here, around really limited south of Montgomery, Alabama. So places like Mobile, Biloxi, Gulfport, Tallahassee, Pensacola, you have a chance for some severe weather on Wednesday as well, really hugging that coast with the fact that we have a lot of cold air in place. You're only going to get any sort of instability to have any kind of severe weather where it's going to be warm, and unfortunately a lot of the country is very cold, so we're going to be limited to there. And then on Thursday, maybe pushing a little further north again, flirting with that Atlanta area. This is going to be primarily wind and tornado threat, less in the way of hail with these storms. It's going to be fast moving systems. We're going to get squall lines, gusty winds, maybe a couple spin up tornadoes. However, that hail threat will be pretty low through Thursday, but it's just kind of crazy, showing how we're getting a little deeper into February, and even the fact that we have this crazy cold weather, we're still managing to make some severe storms. So that should show some signs of what to expect for the tornado and severe weather season coming up here in the spring, and only about a month or so from now before things might actually start really kicking off. So come to February 23rd, another plug for a virtual event to go see what we're expecting for 2021. I think things may be pretty extreme here for a good chunk of the spring. Lord knows we've had some pretty extreme weather the rest of this week. So if you're in Texas, you're here in Oklahoma, you're in any areas where you're seeing really cold weather. I know a lot of folks are experiencing cold weather that is more common in Minnesota, Wisconsin, up in the Northeast. Drip those faucets even during the day. Let's just kind of drip those faucets all the way, and then go into I know there's some rolling blackouts. You got rolling blackouts. Make sure you shut your shades, keep everything. Try to keep it as warm as possible where you're at. Wear lots of layers. Try not to go outside if it's below zero. You can get frostbite very easily. Another recommendation, if you did get below zero, try to start your car at least once a day. I know it's hard to start your car when it gets very, very cold. So just a couple things from a Yankee who had to deal with this all his life. So With that, guys, we're finishing up our video here today. Follow us on all of our social media platforms you see on the screen: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All Hailtrace. Hit see first on Facebook so you don't miss any of our posts. See videos of me trying to make snow with boiling water out in the backyard. All that great stuff. Probably going to be a lot of videos from home this week. We do have a parade of snowstorms hitting us and the record cold. So we'll be back on the green screen hopefully by the end of this week. And contact us. We're still answering phones. We're still working completely fine remotely. So give us a call, 855-334-4245. We help you guys get ready for that 2021 storm season. And you can email us as well or visit our website, hailtrace.com. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m., possibly right here, possibly on the green screen. We're going to kind of see how the weather takes us with all of this. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.